We met through a mutual friend named Jason. He wasn't the kind of man who made heads turn the moment he walked into a room. No flashy wardrobe, no luxury vehicle, no over-the-top charm. But he was the kind of person who instinctively held doors open, who remembered small details from conversations, who listened, really listened when you spoke. Honestly, I almost canceled our first date. The night before, he'd sent a brief message. Looking forward to tomorrow. Let me know if you need to reschedule. Simple, polite, no pressure. I scoffed, tossed my phone aside and muttered, "Too nice." But I still went. He chose a quiet little Italian spot and had actually made a reservation. I arrived in heels that pinched with every step, expecting nothing more than forced chatter over average pasta. But Jason surprised me. He asked thoughtful questions. He let our conversation breathe, never trying to dominate it. When he noticed I was cold, he calmly asked the waiter to redirect the fan away from our table. The entire evening felt effortless, like sinking into a warm bath after a long, exhausting day. No ego, no games, just presence. But even then, I wasn't convinced. He seemed like the kind of guy I was supposed to want, kind, attentive, respectful. Still, I kept telling myself he wasn't my type. He lacked that edge, that unpredictable magnetism I always seemed to be drawn to. The kind of energy that whispered, "I could shatter you if I felt like it." Despite that, we kept going out. A second date, then a third. I found myself looking forward to his messages, the songs he'd share because they reminded him of me, the way he remembered exactly how I liked my coffee. Extra cream, no sugar. But I never let him fully in. A part of me kept its guard up. He didn't match the version of love I thought I needed. Then came that night. He'd chosen a rooftop restaurant, string lights overhead, a sweeping view of the city, soft music drifting through the air. He wore jeans and a button-down shirt. Still the same Jason, uncomplicated, grounded, present. He pulled out my chair, smiled, and said warmly, "You look beautiful." I should have smiled back, said thank you, let that moment breathe. But I didn't. Instead, I laughed nervously and blurted, "You're not really my type, but you're really nice." The shift in him was immediate, subtle, but unmistakable. His eyes dimmed, like someone had lowered a light inside him. He didn't argue, just gave a quiet nod and a half-hearted smile. "Got it," he said. He waved over the waiter, asked for the bill, and left his drink untouched. I tried to keep it light, told him I didn't mean it that way. Tried to explain he was just different from the men I usually dated. Jason looked at me with the same calm he'd always carried and said, "Maybe that's the point." Then he paid, stood up, and walked away. No scene, no raised voices, no dramatic farewell. Just the sound of his half-finished glass, quietly clinking against the table as he left. I stayed behind, stunned, embarrassed, and mostly unsure. I didn't chase him. Told myself he was being too sensitive, overreacting. But when I got home, I checked my phone and he was gone. Blocked on every platform. No messages. No Instagram. No trace. Like I had never mattered. And maybe I didn't. Or maybe, just maybe, I meant more than I'd realized. In the days that followed, I thought I'd move on. Go back to dating the usual suspects, those emotionally unavailable men with sharp cheekbones and complicated hearts, the ones who made chaos feel like chemistry. But instead, I kept replaying that moment, that look in his eyes, that silence at the table. And slowly, painfully, I came to understand something I hadn't seen before. It wasn't that Jason lacked something. It was that I didn't believe I deserved someone like him. Someone who brought calm instead of confusion. Someone who offered safety instead of suspicion. I had grown so used to instability that I mistook peace for boredom. So accustomed to being overlooked that I didn't know how to accept someone who saw me. He wasn't my type because my type had always been pain dressed up as passion. Hot and cold affection. Emotional games. The exhausting chase for validation. But Jason? He showed up. He stayed steady. And I ran from that. Worse, I dismissed him, gently but deeply. I didn't just hurt him. I told him, without meaning to, "You're good, but not enough." Weeks passed, and then I saw him again, walking down the street with another woman. She was laughing. He looked content, truly content. I stood at the crosswalk pretending to scroll through my phone. He didn't see me. Or maybe he did, and chose not to care. That hit me harder than I expected. Because I knew she had a version of him I wasn't brave enough to accept. I told myself I'd reach out. Apologize. Try to explain. But explain what? I said what I said, and he believed me. That's what hurts the most, not that he walked away, but that he listened. That he honored my words, more than I ever valued his presence. So yes, if you're wondering, words matter. Even the ones said with a smile. Especially those. That night, I didn't just lose a good man. I lost the kind of love that doesn't play games. That doesn't leave you guessing. That doesn't hurt just to feel real. He walked away, not because he stopped caring, but because, in that moment, he finally understood what he was worth. I didn't just lose him. I taught him to leave,